Perfect timing. I just went live.
You just sent me the link.
I know. I was caught up writing programming, and then I was like, oh, Jesus. So I ran in here and got ready. And then I sent you the link, and then we were a minute late, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go live and talk until he gets on here. So we live. We here. How are you, my friend?
We're here. Fantastic. How are you?
Got the gym all taped up and ready to go. Can you hear me?
You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, uh-oh. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you about your videos. Oh, there you go.
I think it's your internet connection because you have your bars are going in and out. But anywho, all right. What'd you say?
What were you asking?
Oh, I asked if you had the gym all taped up and ready to go.
Yeah, we already taped up, and then somebody made the comment that if we go under the pull-up bars, people might hit the pull-up bars, so I had to retape it in the other direction.
So yeah, sideways. Yeah, fair enough. All right, 26.2. What are your thoughts?
It's a fun workout. It's a sneaky workout.
Oh yeah. Did you
you can
go ahead?
Yeah.
Ooh, his internet's bad.
I was gonna say you can never overestimate the heart rate effect in this workout.
Yeah, I think a lot of people watch the demo and think it's just entirely a muscle endurance workout. You have to be fit enough to make it a muscle endurance workout.
It's not. Dude, I did it. I freaked out in round 1.
I didn't know you did it today.
I freaked out. Like my heart rate. I did it. I didn't know I could do it because I haven't been able to do any gymnastics from the pull-up bar.
Right.
And I found that I could do kipping pull-ups. So I was like, let's just see where we go. And I was short on time. I didn't really warm up well. So there's a lot of factors why I freaked out. But I also went in. I was like, okay, since I'm not doing any muscle-ups, let me just go like Miriam did and go as hard as I can. That didn't last very much.
Yeah.
I think I was like on the third leg of lunges, and I was like, okay, this is as hard as I can go.
Yeah, dude.
It's
a fitness
definitely, test. This is an earned gymnastics workout. You cannot rely on your ability to do muscle ups to win this workout.
Yeah, I think that's a good place for us to start the conversation a little bit, because obviously this workout has a lot of separation in terms of how it will feel depending on your tier as an athlete. But I think last week you could get away with half-assing your warm-up. You could. Let's just be real. Like
the first set was a warm-up.
You didn't really have to warm up for last week. Like get a check-in with your squat. Now, should you have warmed up? Yes. But if you didn't, or you kind of half-assed it, you're probably okay, right? This workout, you need a warm-up. You need
get out of breath.
You need to warm up aerobically. You need to mobilize. You need to check in with your range of motion, your positions, your shapes on the rings, and you need to get out of breath before you start this workout. You need to do a heart rate spike kind of primer. And if you don't, you're going to get through the first round of this workout and feel like you're already coughing blood. And the workout hasn't even started. You haven't even gotten to the important part, right? So I think that is a really big thing for this workout, is making sure you take the time to have a proper warm-up no matter what. If you're at Friday Night Lights, I know most people just do it with their gym at this point because the Open's not quite as consequential as it has been in the past. Tell your bestie to shut up or do the warm-up with you. Because if you don't, you're going to lose a little performance. I just think the sensation of feeling like you're so out of breath and you need to stop when you're not ready for it will really hold some people back in this. So I think off the top, a good thorough warm-up is super important. And I will put the warm-up that we're going to recommend for some people in the chat, or not in the chat, in the description of this once this posts live tonight. So, let's start. Oh, he's like frozen. I might be soloing this. Let's start. I'm going to start with the elite. Yep, Mahmoud's gone. What a quitter. So I'm going to start with the elite athletes, and then I'm going to kind of tier my way down. He's coming back.
Yeah, sorry.
He's back.
I switched networks.
Nice. Okay. Well, we're going to start with elite. If somebody listening to this is semifinal level, like solid semifinalist, that's where we're going to start, and then kind of tier our way down. If you're a games athlete, you have a coach, they're going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to randomly address games athletes on this. For that caliber of athlete, you are basically going through this as fast as you possibly can to then complete 20 ring muscle-ups as fast as you possibly can, right? You're not going to get a fitness limitation. You're not going to have any issues with the pulling volume. You're not going to have any issues with the dumbbell. The snatches are just kind of there. It is how quickly can I do everything else prior and then still execute my fastest game plan for 20 ring muscle-ups under fatigue. Mm-hmm. That's essentially how they need to approach that workout, right?
And that will vary a little bit on your ability to do ring muscle-ups. So you all saw how Miriam fell apart.
I loved how that played out.
Because took her 3 minutes and 30 seconds to finish her ring muscle-ups.
Yeah, and I don't know her muscle-up capacity much.
But it took Lucy a minute and a half less. That is significant.
Well, and I don't know what Amy Kringle opened with, but she did a gigantic set. So she paced it appropriately from the jump. Mm-hmm. Lucy looked like she was just kind of see what happened when she got there, and she just kind of did moderate sets and did her thing. Yeah. But the way Amy Kringle opened up with a massive set, that was her plan.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I'm a good puller. I'm good at the rings. I'm going to stay on their heels, and then I'm going to be caught up like that, right? So that is an example to people, and that will play out at different levels for people depending on your competitive cohort, right? Obviously, people are not going to be as fast as they were, even very good semifinal level athletes. But your competitive peers, you will see that situation play out. People will go too hot on the pull-ups, too hot on the chest bar, and then they will get to the rings and be like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. I cannot do ring muscle-ups right now, right? So for those kind of athletes, the game plan is built off of, again, how quickly can you do 20 ring muscle-ups when you're under fatigue? And I think this is a good workout for people to game plan their muscle-up sets, but just know, plus or minus 2, depending on what happens. I do think those, and this is a reason I harp on this so much. If you are an athlete that has taught yourself how to watch the clock, and you know exactly how long you need to rest when you're fatigued doing ring muscle-ups, then you can use that to your advantage today. If you know what that sensation feels like and you have taught yourself to watch the clock, that's a big advantage when you're trying to get through 20 ring muscle-ups when you're blown up. We do ring muscle-ups all the time. If people are one-on-one athletes with us, if people are doing our Sugarwod programs, like fatigue ring muscle-ups is damn near our default setting, right? Mm-hmm. So people should have had plenty of reps at that. What do we got here? We got a little comment. If my weakness is pull-ups in general, singles after not being able to do multiple reps or shoot for 2 minimum.
There's no minimum here.
Yeah, there's no rules.
There's no minimum. Honestly, like you want to get through the pull-ups and still be able to move. And you don't want to, I will promise you, if you do bigger sets, you're going to sit there and you're going to look up at the pull-up bar and you're not want to go.
Yeah, I would say, and this is good because we're kind of jumping down to the opposite end of the spectrum, and then we can kind of meet in the middle, so to speak. But I think if vertical pulling is a struggle in terms of your capacity, I think you're just conservative from the jump. Like, and stay conservative in the other movements too. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to be conservative on the pull-ups and the chest to bar, so I'm going to hammer these dumbbell snatches and lunges. Because that compounding fatigue, if you have a capacity limitation in the pull-ups or the chest to bar, it's going to show up in that setting because you're going to incur fatigue. Go ahead.
I'm going to burst the bubble of everybody listening, and I'm not going to even take credit for it because I didn't think about it. But one of my athletes did it today. Her name is Debbie, for those of you who know her. And she said this workout is 100% shoulder overhead the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, your arms are over your head the whole workout.
There's not a single thing that you're doing where your arm is not over your head. So think about that. Let it sink in for 15 minutes. Because again, I claim, and I'm going to call it, that most quarterfinals that are not qualifying for semis will not finish this workout or will barely finish within the time cap.
Interesting. Okay. So what you think you think 75th percentile is going to be like a muscle up then?
No, I think 75th percentile will be like 5 muscle ups.
Okay.
But I think I think 90th percentile would be 15 muscle ups. 15 to 18 muscle ups.
Interesting.
Or maybe like 14, 30.
Yeah, like not much under the time cap.
Yeah. But
yeah. The shoulder
the final level is going to be somewhere between 8 and 11. And then 11 to 13, 11 to 14 is going to be like the top 25% of quarterfinals.
Yeah, I could see that. I think what will get a lot of the quarterfinal athletes who are like that level under being a semifinalist is they're going to have a limitation in either pressing endurance, pulling endurance, or fitness. They're going to have one of the three, if not a little bit of multiple ones, and that is going to culminate on the rings.
But all that to say, like, this is not going to be a 6-minute workout for the majority of people. Even Miriam got it in 8. And it's not going to be an 8-minute workout either for the majority of people.
Shit. If I get to the rings at 8 minutes, I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, I might have went too fast.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. Like,
I've had a couple of athletes go, and they did get to the rings in 7:45, 8. But it took them like 4-ish minutes to finish. Maybe
so they barely finished.
Yeah. Not barely, but they got like around that like 12, 13 area.
Yeah.
Right. So, and they're a good quarterfinals athlete.
Yeah. Yep.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like, don't think, oh, this is too short. Like, for whoever is again in that level of quarterfinal, lower section of quarterfinal RX, or like just open, and is planning a second piece for that day, no, just warm up more.
Yeah, just warm up more. Yeah.
Just warm up well.
Yeah. Yeah, just warm up more.
Because like your legs are going to feel it from the lunges. 300-foot lunges with intensity is not a short deal.
You'll feel your legs a little bit, and that's it's not that it's going to be a leg workout. Like, nobody's going to finish this and be like, damn, my legs hurt. But the work of the lunge adds to the metabolic capacity of the workout.
The lunge to snatch combo is where your heart rate is going to meet the test.
100%.
Like, 100%. You'll get there and you're not going to want to snatch.
Yeah, 100%. So let's dive into a little bit more the nitty gritty in terms of sets and things like that. I am a big proponent. So let's say for the general quarterfinal level athlete, the old quarterfinals, not the new quarterfinals, like 90th percentile-ish, generally speaking, is pretty capable at all these movements. I don't think there's any reason to not do the pull-ups and the chest to bar in 3 sets.
For all my athletes, they're doing the pull-ups in no less than 2 sets, regardless of who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe chest to bar in 3 sets is the most reasonable way to go. Even if you're like like you're rooting for 95%, I think that's still valid.
Yeah, with all of the separation, right, for that level
Go
of
for the ring
athlete
muscle
is
up.
on the
Destroy
rings,
that.
100%.
Destroy
Like,
that.
if you break your chest to bar into 3 sets, and then you get to the rings and you go 6-5-5-4 with a 15-second rest between, nobody cares that you broke the chest to bar into 3 sets.
At this point, it's only ego.
Yeah, it's just an inability to execute a game plan.
It will catch up on the ring muscle ups.
Yeah, 100%.
Again, everybody that saw Miriam knowing what she did in the first workout was like, "Oh, this girl won."
Yeah,
and then she did.
I think a misconception. So I think what people are going to feel a lot on the rings is they're pressing.
Yes, I would say I didn't personally get to struggle with that part, but some of my athletes that had done like a lot of pressing work this week felt that.
So where I was going to go with that is, even though most of the work on the rig prior it's obviously pulling,
right?
And we're saying to break the pulling gymnastics movements for the ring muscle ups. It's not that you're going to start to fail the pull or the turnover of the ring muscle ups, but the more fatigued your turnover gets and your pull gets, the less efficient and the lower you catch the muscle up. So your dip has to work harder.
Right.
Right. It's not a direct thing. It's an indirect thing in this case, but it's going to matter.
Match will fatigue your pressing a little bit.
Well, and the lunges.
And the lunges.
Yeah.
Like overhead.
Yeah.
So your triceps / your shoulders are going to be tired to press as well.
100%.
But we're trying to make the ring pulling part as powerful as possible by breaking up the pull-ups and the chest to bar.
Do you think it's appropriate for that level, people trying to be in the top 10%, to break the dumbbell snatch?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
It is dependent on the athlete. It might not be all of the sets.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like broken on the first one, break the second two, or last two, or break the last one. If somebody is really, really, really good at that, and they are also good at pulling, then at this point, maybe not. Or like that 50 or 35 does not feel like heavyweight at all. Like it's a light, like they're very strong, basically.
Yeah.
Right. There are exceptions to that, but I would agree that a lot of people that will not break the dumbbell should break the dumbbell.
Yeah, I kind of brought that up because I figured you would say it's fine, and I agree. See, and it never crossed my mind.
I know. Even for my athletes that went, I wrote "go unbroken." That's a non-factor. And then I'm like, I put that dumbbell down after the lunges, and it took me like 30 seconds to pick it back up.
I mean, I am not the fittest cookie in the box, but I am decent at ring muscle ups.
Mm-hmm.
And when I read the workout and when I saw them do the workout, and then thinking about how I might approach the workout tomorrow, I was like, I don't give a shit what I do until I get to those rings. As long as I'm not standing around and I'm not blown up.
Just get to the rings. That's the only objective. That should be the only objective. It doesn't matter how good or bad you look on the pull-up bar. I did kipping today. Not that there's anything wrong with kipping, but I usually do butter.
Right.
I just wanted to get there.
So we know it's okay to break the snatches and still perform.
Let's talk about the lunges for a second.
Yes, that's where I was going next. Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
So I think everyone should switch hands every 40 feet at least.
By switch hands, what do you mean?
Either you transition the dumbbell overhead if you're strong enough and confident enough in that, or you just let it come down, switch hands, and then swing it back up as you turn around.
Can I give you a telltale?
Oh, what?
A telltale?
Sure.
If you find yourself unable to step through the first 20-foot lunges, drop that dumbbell down.
Yeah, just put it down.
Just put it down.
This
is a loose battle. Even if you get through the 40, the last 40 will be atrocious.
Yeah, I think there's just no reason, unless somebody has like a crazy mobility issue or an injury, right? Like disperse the load and the damage of the dumbbell evenly, arm to arm. Start with your strong hand or whatever. And then I also think it's worth, if people can stay mentally checked in enough to do this, and maybe I'm just being an over strategizer with this. I think it's worth it when you finish your dumbbell to drop it into your other hand to start your snatches. If you're going to start snatching directly after the dumbbell.
Yeah.
Just get it off of that arm just for a second. Yeah. Like dumbbell snatches aren't an overly arm fatiguing movement. So you're just getting it off that arm so you can start to settle in on the dumbbell snatch. It's not going to hurt anything. You're not losing any time, really. Right? And I think I think most people should just try to go into their dumbbell snatches after the lunge, even if they're going to break the dumbbell snatches later. It just saves you a break. You've already got it up here. You're going to get a little bit of gravity and that stretch reflex on the way down. So I think it's worth it for most people to do that, within reason, obviously, right? Like, I'm not saying every single person doing the workout should do that, but also for the 6 to 9 of you guys that are watching, if you guys have questions, just drop them in the chat. I'll pull them up. We'll address them. Try to make sure everybody's set up for success this weekend. I think the dumbbell lunges are going to be a little bit sneaky too. I think people need to just respect each movement.
Yeah, I think people are just looking at the ring muscle ups, and I think that is the separator, but you have to get there first.
Yeah, it's like the shiny object at the end, right?
Yeah.
I think one thing I would try to encourage people to do if they have the comfort and capability on the dumbbell snatch, try to relax your hand as much as you can. Don't squeeze the shit out of the dumbbell. It's just going to fatigue your arms more. Try to press up through your shoulder, but then relax that hand as much as you can with that dumbbell locked out overhead, right? Save your grip a little bit, save your triceps a little bit, all of that. All right, so kind of tearing down again, everything we kind of just went over generally applies as you go down to the quarterfinals cut line this year, the 25% athlete. Essentially, they're just going to be needing to break things up more, right? Take a little bit more deliberate rest breaks. But for an athlete like that, it might look like 4 sets of 5 on the pull-ups, or even 5 sets on the pull-ups, 5 sets on the chest to bar, right? Because 15 minutes, if you stay disciplined with your rest and your breaks, is a lot of time.
Yeah.
For the previous work, right? For the 2 rounds. So I think for that level of athlete, knowing it's okay to just stay calm, do small sets, take a deep breath, get back on the rig, do another small set, transition intentionally, right? Go over, get back onto the dumbbell for the lunges, all of that stuff. I think it's probably okay for those athletes to break at 40 feet for a moment. And you can still get far enough with enough time to knock out some ring muscle ups. Right? Yeah. What would you say to the athlete who it's first ring muscle up time? Smooth and steady, or kind of blitz it and then see what you got when you get there? Blitz it for the tie break.
That's a risk, right? Because you don't know if you're going to get one.
Yeah.
So if you get a bad tie break, that drives your score down a little bit.
Right.
Honestly, I would say don't empty the tank.
Yeah.
Don't finish the snatches and be like, I'm done. Like, I have nothing left in me. Also, don't sandbag it. Don't like be overly cautious. Don't be like walking on eggshells in this workout. Try and have a working pace. Try and be smart about your breaking up the things. Do one more break than you think you'd like on every pulling movement. And
that's a good rule of thumb for everybody, because every athlete I've talked to, they've set a number, and my number for them has been one more.
One more.
So it's like, whatever you think you're gonna do, your knee-jerk reaction, break one more time.
Yep. Everybody's gonna want to go unbroken 20 pull-ups. Don't do it. Everybody's gonna want to do 2 sets on the chest to bar. 3 sets is probably the right answer.
There are athletes that I coach at the gym that we both coach at, and they will all talk to me before they do this workout tomorrow and tonight, and we will make game plans and things like that. And Mahmoud has seen me almost come unglued on people before for this. If your coach actually loves you and you go unbroken on the 20 pull-ups when you weren't supposed to,
He would stop you.
I will stop you mid-workout and make you start over. Like, you can't chase the carrot early, man. You cannot do it.
Nobody cares about your pull-ups.
Nobody cares about the pull-ups. If you're gonna get deep in the muscle-ups or finish, nobody cares about the pull-ups.
There will be a lot of people that can finish. So
yeah, for sure.
Just you doing the pull-ups unbroken has nothing to do with that.
Right. You want to have it for the rings.
For people who are presumably able to or think they're able to go unbroken on the pull-ups, it shouldn't be that tight of a race that you're saving time in order to finish.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to finish. Now, let's get to the ring muscle-ups and not fall apart.
Right.
Let's get to the ring muscle-ups and not have to hit singles or doubles.
Yeah, doubles gets rough on the rings, boy.
Yeah.
Doubles
that
gets
second
rough.
one every time with like 700 kips out of it.
Yeah, you don't want to be there. All right, this is something I wanted to make sure I remembered to harp on, and I remembered it, so we're gonna address it right now, and then we can kind of go wherever else this may take us. But when you're warming up, and while you're doing your workout, focus on your gymnastic shapes.
Yeah.
Focus on your shapes, and this could be a much longer rant in terms of focusing on like moving with intention in every movement you do in a workout. But I'll try to keep it specifically to the gymnastics movements for this one. And the most noticeable part of this is the rings, right? When people get tired, their legs are wider apart, their midline's a little bit looser, and their ring muscle-ups look much more labored, right? Versus if they keep their feet together, at least try to have a really tight hollow and arch position on the rings. And they'll even tell you, wow, my rings felt easier when I did that. And it is difficult to do as you are fatigued. But if you think about doing it, you will be closer to perfection than if you just wing it, right?
Yes.
And that also applies to the pull-ups and the chest to bar. The easier you make the pull-ups and the chest to bar, the more energy you will have for the ring muscle-ups, right? Also, we have 13 watchers right now. I just wanted you to know that because I don't know if you can see the little eyeball. So that makes me happy. So that's my shapes rant. Like in your warm-up and while you're doing this workout, pretend you're a damn gymnast or as close to one as you can be and like really try to dial in your shapes because it's going to pay off a ton.
And I'm going to say this, and it's going to probably not be true, but I would like to lose it because I will not lose it because I can't lose it. But I would like to lose it on everybody who says, oh, I only got a few of those. I'm not going to waste them in the warm-up.
Yeah. I mean, look, you don't need to do a ton of reps.
A muscle up, if not more than that, in the warm-up.
Say that again.
I said don't do a ton of them, but you need to do a muscle up, if not a couple of them, in the warm-up.
Yeah, it's you have to find this line and use your affiliate coach for this. Talk to your one-on-one coach, right? Like you need the line of I'm grooved and I'm warm, but I'm not doing too many, and I'm not doing so few that I'm not truly warm and coordinated in the movement.
Right, and warm doesn't just come from your temperature. You try the movements.
Right.
Like do some overhead lunges. Don't just do Samson lunges and call it, okay, I'm ready. No, you're not. Pick the dumbbell up.
It should take you, assuming you finish this workout in 15 minutes, it should take you longer to warm up for this workout. Yeah, meaningfully longer to warm up properly than it will to complete the
warm up for a lot of people, and there's already 6 minutes on the machine.
Yeah. I used that when I started writing warm ups, and it's. I think a cool down on this is important. It's pretty metabolic.
Yeah.
People are going to be, you're going to be
Go
operating.
coaching, and it was not pleasant.
I think it's worth making sure you get on a bike 5-10 minutes at least, maybe 5 minutes on the bike, and then go walk it off. You know, take a little walk with one of your workout buddies who just did it in the heat with you, but don't just lay on the floor. I think the biggest thing for the audience who's going to watch this, yes, muscle endurance, yes, gymnastic sets, yes, all of that, but this is going to be a very, very metabolic workout, even though the people you have probably seen do it online at this point, outside the demo athletes, it does not look that way. But you are going to be at a very, very high heart rate for longer than you want to be. You're doing a lower body movement, a hinge movement with a large range of motion, and then very dynamic pulling movements. Be ready for that.
My status right now, my max heart rate was 192.
Your max heart rate's always 192, though.
And my average was 161. And that's including the cool down, so it's probably higher for just the workout.
Fun fact for everybody, Mahmoud and I make jokes with each other because his general normal operating heart rate in a Metcon is like my absolute threshold. I can only do this for like another minute and then the workout's over threshold.
If I'm trying in a workout, it's going to be over 180.
Yeah, and like if I start to go over 180 in a Metcon, like shit starts to get weird. I'm like walking front squats forward, and like things are coming apart at the seams. So,
I had something else to say. Oh, make sure that when you're taping your tape things, make sure that your dumbbell is 5 feet away from the pull-up bar and the rings, which is another nail in the coffin that you have to think about as an affiliate manager.
Mahmoud is not bitter.
Not at all.
I'm looking over the standards a little bit.
I literally saw the tape line on the dumbbell before they even announced. I was like, damn it, it's a moving thing.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on the lunges, I guess one thing that you said, the tape line, that made me think about this, don't do crazy long lunge steps. Just, if you have to do a little bit of an extra lunge step, just do it.
Also clear the line.
Yes, clear the line. And don't be a turd.
If you, I didn't have a judge today, so I had a video. And there were a few people that came and like started watching towards the end of my last set of lunges, and there was a video of me holding the dumbbell overhead for like 3 seconds, asking if I cleared the line because I can't see it.
Somebody help!
Just like
somebody help me!
I can't see it.
Where's the line?
Because I'm not gonna see it. If I put it down, it's not coming back up.
That's hilarious. I mean, you're gonna end up redoing it anyways because you redo workouts. So Mahmoud redid the wall ball workout 3 times. Everybody. He's a masochist.
I will redo this workout because I didn't until today. Since October, I have not done a single gymnastics movement on the pull-up bar, and I didn't even know that I could do a ring muscle up until today. Yeah. Now they were all in singles, but I didn't know I could do them, so I was very, very slow.
Yeah. So
I'll have a better plan for that. But yes.
Speaking of nice, dude. Yeah, how's your shoulder feel? Your lat?
According to this, oh, damn it. It went away. The post that I don't remember. There's a different post that is not beyond the whiteboard that has been posting targets.
Yeah.
I'm technically in the 40th percentile or the 60th percentile, so I'll take it.
There you go.
I don't agree with the rest of it, but that's okay.
Speaking of redos, this is pretty redoable.
Don't do it the next day, but yes.
Nobody should redo the open workout the next day. He just self-incriminated himself because he did the freaking wall ball workout the next day like a big freaking idiot. And
if you ever meet an athlete, Daniel Gilbo, he did the workout twice in 2 hours, so give him shit whenever you see him.
I think that's better.
I don't know if I could walk after
than doing it the next day.
I don't know.
Anyway, no, definitely not on Saturday, but people can definitely redo this one on a Monday.
We'll just make sure you have an actual plan for the second time that's different from the first. Don't say, I'm going to go hard.
And if you are an athlete that is like, okay, I'm going to get my first muscle up, or I want to get my first couple muscle ups, I almost think you just do it. You just plan on doing it again.
Do it again.
Because you might feel much better. You might feel worse, but if you're in that range, it's just worth it to just give it another rip, to try to improve your score.
Enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
that
Like,
goes for also like pull-ups and chest to bar first timers.
Oh yeah, 100%, right?
Especially those 55 plus years old category that didn't
Dude,
get.
what are they doing?
They just hate them this year.
Dude,
If you don't know, the 55 plus year old category did not get any scale except the dumbbell weight, which I think they should go the opposite if they're gonna do that.
crazy. You sent that in the group chat, and I was like,
well, I'm looking
what?
because we have a few athletes here that are doing it, and I'm looking. I was like, okay, we're gonna start with jumping pull-ups. Nope, we're doing pull-ups, chest to bar, ring muscle-ups. Same numbers.
Get with it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to tell them anymore.
It's wild. All right, closing thoughts.
Again, very high emphasis on the warm-up. Make sure you get out of breath in the warm-up. A little bit of a longer workout. Well, not really, because everybody hit the time cap on the 12 minutes. But for the majority of people, it's going to feel a lot more taxing than they think it is.
Trish the Dish. What is this? This is the Ascend Athlete podcast, Trish.
Yeah, but I would say keep focused on conserving your energy a little bit on the first round, and don't just come out guns blazing.
Who are these young men? Trish, are you often on Clydesdale or Sevon's chat?
I mean, she called me young. She can do whatever she wants.
Shut up. Is my grandson? Yep,
that is 26. This is 26.
Yes, this is 26.2. Yeah, we've been talking about 26.2. Yep. Is my grandson on this? He said to watch this 26.2 or something. I don't think your grandson's on this though. But
no.
Trish the Dish, you should know who I am. I am more confused than ever at the moment, but we'll figure it out later. All right. Emphasis on the warm up.
Emphasis on the warm up. I'd say break it up one more than you want to.
Yep.
Except if you're like a games athlete, don't listen to us.
Yeah, if you're a games athlete, talk to your coach and go fast and do great things.
Yeah. But I would say don't get fooled by the performance you saw in order to don't mimic it. This is kind of like what you saw. It's kind of like Colton Mertens catching the wall ball and not ever breaking it up. Nobody else. That being said, again, make sure that you're as you said, like practice your shapes in the gymnastics. And I want you to get a few movements of every move or a few reps of every movement before you start the workout. Because again, you don't want to get your first muscle up in the workout. It's not going to feel good.
Oh yeah. If you are doing a lot of the ring muscle ups,
if you have muscle ups and you don't want to knock out your first one inside of the workout,
blown up. Yeah. All right.
That's it.
We'll leave it at that. Good luck on 26.2, everybody. And we'll see y'all next week, and we'll see you on the leaderboard.
Yep.